I got out of bed like an hour ago. Hey. How's everybody doing? Let me say hi to everybody. I'm really sorry that I missed my live stream yesterday. I missed my live reading yesterday. Yesterday was kind of a messed up day for me. But let me come out and say hi. Christelle, Faisy, Happy Camper Homestead, Helen always being Helen, Hope, Britt, Michelle Stark, Rhonda Dewey, Wanda Weichel, Samoa, Betty Randall. How's everybody doing? Now, um, let me know when Raf comes in, because when Raf comes in, I wanted to just, never mind. Hey, Mookie Girl, Wesley Freeman, Donald. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I just did the draw for the mugs, the mug full of seeds, along with the homestead recipe, dehydrating and canning book. So we're going to call it the homestead book, the homestead kitchen book. And the draw I redrew for the Little House on the Prairie book set. Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, I was in a really rough place yesterday, and I was surrounded by love in you know, how can I say this? My soul family was there for me yesterday in a big way. I had a rough day yesterday. And today is all about catching up from yesterday. I woke up with a bloody headache, went right back to bed, stayed in bed till 11:30. And then I saw that Patricia or Arthur had called. So I called Arthur, then Patricia called, or I called Patricia back because I had to decline her call while I was in the call with Arthur. Oh my goodness. Look at the birthday wishes. I am 57 and proud of it. I've got to fix my hair. It's falling out of its thing. Proud of my age. Very proud of. Well, okay. Pride goeth before a fall. I said to Arthur, oh yeah, the old wicked old witch here. I said, I was talking to my son Arthur, and I said, not bad for a 57-year-old baby. And he said, Mom, 57 isn't that old. And I said, well, for starters, I'm really not 57. I'm ageless. I'm timeless. How about that? Because my soul is timeless. My body, my legal birth age is 57. My body age, okay, this time last year it was about 80. This year, 75. I'm actually getting younger in body as I get older in heart. Or, I don't know. Let's just give me a second. How is everybody doing? Oh, well, thank you. I cannot. Happy birthday, Bev. 53 here. You know what, in reaction? When I said to Arthur said, well, Mom, 57 isn't that old. And I said, it is when your mother passed away at 43. My mom was 43 when she died, and her younger sister was only 41 when she died the year before my mom. Actually, it was only like 9 months before my mom. Let me just get my, okay. There, I feel a little more. Ah! Oh, I shrugged. Oh, not a good idea. My shoulder's buggered up. All right, make sure you're on live chat, not top chat. And let me pop my chat out so I can see it better. Bring it right up into the foreground here and then put it on live. Okay, so hi. How's it going? Now, I just recorded the live stream, or not the live stream, jumping Jehoshaphat. I just, when is it being pending for, okay, the draw, cancel. Oh, I'm having a heck of a time here. Give me a minute. I'm literally, I know it's 10 to 2, but I've spent the last hour doing the draw. And it's not the draw that took so long. It was the setting up the screen in, capturing screen in screen, and then making sure that they lined up and sound and all that stuff. So editing took me quite a bit. Now, let me go back here. F11. Pop out my chat again. So the draw will be released at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. There were 3 winners of a limited edition I Am a Connected Heart 30-ounce mug full of seeds and a homestead kitchen book and the Little House on the Prairie books. Well, thank you, thank you, thank you. All the fun stuff. Absolutely. And I am not going to say who won, so I am not spoiling it for the winners. Well, my special day is going to be doing this live stream. I've already done the draw. I'm doing this live stream. And then I have to go over to my reading channel because I also missed that live stream yesterday. And I have to read the next couple of chapters on Little House Live, A Farmer Boy. So, well, actually, the mug I'm giving away is limited edition because it says, I accidentally, this is my cup. See how it says, I am a connected heart, right? Well, the mistake was AMA connected heart. So those 3 mugs are actually collectors because this is the original, right? Maybe I'll give more away next year. Yes, it's colder in South Jersey, but I thank God the sun is out. Yes, well, we had a little bit of sun. Howie jinxed us though. He said, if this weather keeps up, because we haven't had a lot of snow, I may be able to get this and this and this and this and this done. I said, thanks, honey. He said, what? I said, next week, we're going to get hit with week after. We're going to get hit with snow and it's going to last till friggin' March. Thank you very much. He jinxed it. I really don't want to talk about what happened yesterday, Kim. Let's just say I did a live stream on cooking with cannabis, and it wasn't about cannabis, and it wasn't about music. It was about what's going on in the world. Then YouTube took it down. They not only cut me off 47 minutes in to the live stream after I had said everything I needed to say, pretty much, except the ending, and they cut me off and they removed it because I broke community guidelines. Now, I had been making connecting dots in my own brain, but I had also been talking about facts that had been on the news, had been on 60 Minutes, had been on W5, had been in the movies, and all these things. And so I wasn't saying anything other than what had already been visible, right? I was just pointing the shit out. Pardon me, pointing the stuff out. And they went, oh, no, you can't do that. So then I went over to Facebook and I made a live stream saying, this is what's going on. And they never let me finish what I really wanted to say it now. And Facebook took it down. So then I went back in and I made another Facebook post and clarified. But before they removed it, I was able to download them all. And I will piece it together. And when my Rumble account is ready to go, I will upload it on Rumble for y'all to see. Because I'll never upload that kind of stuff on YouTube ever again. But after that, after my public outcry on Facebook, YouTube put it back up. And then I made it private because I watched it and I realized there was a lot of room for misunderstandings. So like I said, I downloaded it. I downloaded both Facebook posts and both Facebook lives, and I'm going to edit them together so that they make sense, but I won't be removing any of the important information that I put up. Make sense? That's okay. Hey! Okay, how do you say that? Dre Jen or JR Jen? That's okay. It's life, right? But I'm really shocked they put it back up, says Joe Mama. Oh, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Oh, well, thank you. Yoshi, hi. Is it snowing, Christelle? Ah. Oh, see, Howie, the sun's gone in. You did it. You jinxed us. Okay, so we kind of celebrated my birthday last night. Terry, hello. I need to make a Rumble account. Well, I did. And I also have a Parlay account. Now, I'm going to ask everybody who hears me say that, do not tell me that it is a domestic terrorist platform. It's not. That's what they want you to believe. All it is a platform where you can speak freely. That's it. That's all. No more. So, because I was accused of being a domestic terrorist by one of y'all because I had a Parlay account. Now, anybody going to Parlay, they have removed the app from Google. They have removed the app from, I think, from Apple iPhones. But you can get it at parlay.com. PARLER.com. All right. But it's down. It's down, and they're in the dark for a couple of weeks because of the attacks on our freedom of speech. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you. Going to be down for about a week. Parlay uses Google servers. No, they use Amazon servers, actually. I don't know if Amazon and Google have anything to do with it, but they use Amazon servers. Because I got a letter saying, hey, this is what's happening. We're still going to be here. Nothing's stopping us. So it's a free speech platform. Watch your words. That T word can get you booted. True. But somebody actually called me that. And why? Because I had a Parlay account? I'm sorry, right? And so also with those live streams, I am going to edit out the emotional stuff and re-edit together just to get my point across. Because it's not about what's right or wrong. It's about how we're being given information and whether or not it's believable information or not, right? No politics. This is the peace zone. At least for me, I come here. That's why I'm not talking about it. That's the closest I've come to saying anything about it. If you like what you're watching, oh, hit that thumbs up button. Hey, Brigitte! I left your cooking channel because of the rant yesterday. You left my cooking. A, it's not a cooking channel. And B, that's your absolute right. And I'm sorry you feel that way. So if you left my channel, why are you here making that statement? Right? I am not, I mean, there was a lot of people that assumed they understood my leanings on politics and they don't know squat. Why? Because I don't talk about it. And that's all I'm going to say. People just assumed, some people just assumed and then judged, right? So, well, Kelly, it was nice talking to you. Thank you for allowing us to, thank you for letting me know. And I'm gonna let you go now because obviously you've got nothing else to say other than that you left my channel. All right? So there you go. I'm just putting you in a timeout just in case, right? I agree with everything you said. Well, I went a little bit over the top, Andrew. And they never let me finish what I wanted to say. Okay? And I'm going to say it right now because it's not political at all. Okay? Nobody has the right to tell you how to think. Nobody has the right to tell you how to feel. And nobody has a right to take away what you say as long as you're not inciting anybody to violence, and that's the thing. Your freedom of speech, your feelings and your thoughts are all you have that make you free, really. Okay? So please, don't let anybody. And before you make negative comments on what somebody else is freely expressing, ask yourself this before you respond. Is this the most loving way I can get my point across without upsetting somebody? Because emotions destroy intelligence. Just saying. Well, thank you. That's all I'm going to say. It's not a political rant at all. Okay? That was how I wanted to end it. Right? Nobody has a right to tell you how to think, feel, or express yourself, as long as your expression is in words. It's how we react to when people express themselves. It's how we react that does the damage. Okay? Don't react. Pause, think, and then honestly come from a loving place. What is the most loving way I can answer this comment, right? Thanks, Dallas. Oh, honey, save your hands. So, hi, thank you, darling. So, well, thank you, Tony DeLuca. How's it going? So, I apologize if I upset anybody. Well, no, I don't apologize. I apologize that I was really, really upset. I was really upset. And so I have saved all those live streams, and I'm going to take out most of the emotional backwash and put my points across, going from the Cooking with Cannabis Live to the Facebook Live, both which were taken down originally, and then the second Facebook Live where I wanted to get my point across properly. So, hey, Jerry Carey, how's it going, sweetheart? Rest hands. Yes, Dallas, rest your hands. You have the right to speak and express yourself. Well, this is the last thing I'm going to say on the subject for today. Okay? We are under siege. Our freedom of speech, our freedom to express ourselves is under siege right now. And there's some dark times ahead, but we'll get through it. We will. Because no matter what's going on, nobody's going to give up their right to speak. Just saying. Hi, life. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. Bella's Patio Garden. Happy Camper Homestead. We are all thinking, feeling social humans. The key is finding like-minded. Aditska! Thank you. Hey, how are you, darling? Did you see that I shared your seeds? And I wasn't overly with the ginger chocolate covered cookies, but everything else was amazing, especially those Polo Rolos or whatever they were called. I love those. Okay. We kind of celebrated last night. All right. We're on lockdown, and we're under a curfew of 8 p.m. to 5 a.m. because there have been people who have not been following the guidelines to keep everybody safe, and our numbers are climbing. That's the most I'm going to say on it. But so where Briar was working last night was closed at 7:30 because all the things were closing so that people could have time to get home before the curfew hit, right? So Nan sent me $50, and I ordered dinner from, okay, so this is where we are, and La Chapelle's is in Casabazua, and where Briar works at Brennan's Hill is in Brennan's Hill. So I said to Howie, he worked all day in the shop yesterday. I said, if you go pick up dinner, I'll go pick up Briar and we'll all meet back and he said, okay. Right. Well, he left early to get the dinner because they didn't want to take any orders past 7:15 because they had to give time for their workers to get home. Right. So by the time Howie got back with our dinner, I was just getting ready to go pick Briar up. And he said, no, never mind. I'll go get him. So Howie and Briar had, La Chapelles. They had all dressed bacon cheeseburgers with poutine. And I had 2 pieces of fried chicken and a tablespoon of poutine. I wasn't fussy on it. And some coleslaw. And then I also ordered 3 slices. Now, this is where it's really cool when you order dinner for your birthday. I didn't order a whole cake. I ordered 3 slices of peanut butter brownie New York cheesecake. I had 2 bites. I cannot eat it. It is so rich. But they gave me my birthday cake free. So thank you. Thank you, La Chapelles in Casabagua, Quebec. Mwah! The food was delicious as always. Thank you so very much. I thought I timed... Okay, let me see. All right. Oh, wait a minute. I did that by accident. Here we go. No, it's okay. Kelly's been gone. Moved. I need some cheesecake now. Oh my God. And they even put a candle in my slice. The free slice. Isn't that nice? What is poutine? It's not poutine, it's poutine. And it is spelled Poutine. So you might want to call it poutine, but it's kind of poutine. Poutine. So it comes out kind of poutine. That's the only way I know how to say it. And it is French fries, hot out of the grease, hit with St. Albert's white cheese curd and covered in hot brown gravy. Very good stuff. Thank you, Holistic Healing Angel. Christelle. I know. Need some cheesecake now. It was a very sweet touch. That's why I'm shouting them out. But then I would have shouted them out anyway because their food's always good. Made cheesecake for dessert. Did you make pumpkin cheesecake, Jisa? What a wonderful, unhealthy poutine. Absolutely. And you know why I don't eat them very often. But I got 2 pieces of fried chicken. And they were really generous pieces. You know how every once in a while you'll get a breast with the back attached? I had 2 of them. And I forgot to order poutine for myself, so I just took like a spoon out of Howie's and a spoon out of Briar's, but I couldn't eat it. Once I got through the chicken, it was like the poutine was like, but I ate my coleslaw, so I was a good girl. Lots of calories. I seldom eat it, Malka. I do seldom eat it. But it's one of those things that when we're out and about, it's easy to get. And it's healthier than, I would say, McDonald's, right? Thank you, Sherry W. I knew a Sherry Williamson once in Bancroft, Ontario. You're making hey, Stephen, you're making beef jerky today. How's it going? Oh, no. Yeah, no, let's do purple today. Got tape stuck to it. So as I told everybody when I did the draw, see how easy that worked? When I did the draw, I told everybody it may take me until Friday or the following week sometime to get them out because we are in lockdown. They're only allowing 1 person at a time inside the post office, so the lineups can be quite long, and you got to stay 6 meters apart. And I have a hard time standing outside in line, and I refuse to take my walker. So we'll see. I'm not telling you nothing, Stephen. No, you didn't win. Just my heart, darling. I can say that because Stephen's like my brother. He's my little brother, right? I got lots of brothers on here, right? Hi, Kira Krantz. How are you, darling? I'm not telling you who won. The draw is uploading right now, and it will be released at 6 p.m. tonight. Tonight. Hot damn, it's coming tonight. You didn't win, Stephen. I'm sorry. Edie Murray. Stephen, I made tons of deer jerky this year, and bologna. Went for a piece yesterday, and there is none left. Oh, venison bologna. To my sister. Of course I am. We are all. Okay, and that's another thing. We are human beings, not human doings. So, when you want to think about something, think in the moment you're in, because it's the only thing we have. Everything else is just gone, right? You think about it. Yesterday is a memory. Tomorrow is a hope. Today is the reality that we're in, and that's where we have to stay, because fear of the future can drive us crazy, and regret over the past can anchor us down to despair. So always try and keep your feelings and your thoughts in the moment, or at least in the day. Life is really good. We are still under lockdown, but life is good. Absolutely. We are family. I got all my siblings and me. Right? I didn't say sisters, so there you go. Got to get back to work. Happy birthday. Thank you, Lotus 319. Light love from England. Hi, Lisa. Christelle, people need to master their emotions. True. Like when we were in our live stream on Facebook that got taken down, Christelle was there. And just the chat was like everybody was so ready to jump on anybody who mentioned, political matters or anything like that. And all Christelle had to do was say, the energy here is, right. And I went, gotcha. And that's when I went, okay, whoa, you're right. Every once in a while, all I need is somebody to say, Bev, take a deep breath and pause. Because when I pause, then I go back to, okay, what's the most loving way I can say what I'm trying to say without upsetting anybody? Because the fact that we speak, okay, the fact that we communicate and speak is a gift that we abuse daily. We abuse our language, we abuse our words, we abuse how we say things to people. And the truth is, if I can pause and take a breath and ask myself, okay, what's the most loving way I can do this? It all boils down to, doesn't matter what your opinion is. It doesn't matter if somebody disagrees with you. We all have a right to those opinions. The fact that we use them to beat each other up is a bigger part of the problem with the world. Okay? So if somebody says something that maybe offends you or upsets you, all you have to do is take a breath and say to yourself, this person has a right to say what they want to say. This person has a right to be heard. This person has a right to their feelings. So you wait. And when they're done, you say, I appreciate your right to your feelings. You have a right to your feelings, and you have a right to your opinion. And I'm grateful that I'm grateful you can exercise that. And that sometimes it will just diffuse things. It's like, I'm not arguing with people's opinions, okay, or even their facts. I'm just saying we all have a right to them, but we don't have a right to beat each other up with them, right? What's for supper tonight? Howie, what's for supper tonight? You want pizza? I still haven't spent Mom's money yet. Thank you, Helen. I stole it, but I live by it, and my life is sweet. Okay, Andrew, what did you say? What did you say that I missed? Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a present. That's why it's a gift, called a gift. Oh, no. I like it, Andrew, but the way I think of it is yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. That's why they call it the present, right? Message gets lost in emotions. Absolutely. Absolutely. Thank you, Barb. Thank you. I'm getting vinegar powder and lemon powder for seasoning. How do you get vinegar powder? My mind's just baffled on that one. You're singing happy birthday to me. Oh, well, thank you, darling. Thank you, Helen. Bev, the magnesium has helped my legs. Thank you for reminding me. I'm not going to take the vitamin C until later. I really don't need it because I take vitamin C on. I eat tomatoes every day almost. And don't get me started on tomatoes and arthritis and stuff. We're having rolls and soup for dinner. Do you make your own pizza at home, Bev? Sometimes. Howie, we don't have any tomatoes, do we? Huh? So there's no shawarma tonight. I got to make shawarmas this week, so I'm going to ask Howie to bring home some tomatoes tomorrow. Huh? You might want to phone them and ask them, but I doubt they carry fresh produce at Brennan's Hill store during the winter. Calcium, magnesium, D3. Calcium, magnesium. The magnesium helps the calcium to absorb. If you just take calcium without the magnesium, the calcium will like put little nodes on your joints and bones and stuff. At least that's what they do to mine. And D3 to help me through seasonal affective disorder in the winter. And zinc. Not sure what zinc is for. Oh, gluconate. It's a mineral. All right, whatever. So, let me just take my supplements. Thank you, Mindy Van Houten. Kathy Klaus, just put scalloped potatoes and ham in the oven along with pork chops. Ooh. How? You want to take some pork chops out of the freezer? Sometimes it's that simple. It's like, ooh, that sounds good. We got lots of pork chops. Lemon powder can be purchased at most grocery stores under the name of True Lemon. That must be in the States, Sherry, because I've never heard of it. Any case, Bev, your suggestions have been most helpful, though I still must live with my issues. Absolutely. Everybody has to live with their own. At the end of the day, folks, you're born alone and you die alone. Okay? The end of the day, what matters most is that you are at peace with what you made of the day. Right? Zinc is also good for metabolism function. Okay. You can also get orange and ginger powder from True Lemon. Great stuff. Lemon powder also. Wow. I've never heard of it. Bev, steaks on the grill at 4. Oh, David, I'll never make it in time. Oh, right. I'm bogan. Excuse me. Magnesium also helps with muscle cramps. Yes, I forgot. That's what I wanted to tell you. I forgot. What day was it, dear, that I woke up in the night with the leg cramp? Thursday night? One day, I forgot. Andrew will recollect because he remembers when I didn't take them. And that night, I got a leg cramp. So, CalMag, you my left buddy. You're always in my pocket now. Amazon sells organic freeze-dried lemon and vinegar. Wow. You don't die alone, Bev. Someone always comes for you, and I sat with my mother as she died. That is why bananas help. Yes, potassium. Potassium. Yo, Aaron Sharon. I give up. She keeps missing mine. That's because you're not supposed to be driving. Driving. It's because you're not supposed to be writing. I saw it. It's on Amazon, sweetheart. I'm sorry. Hang on. It's too late to make smothered pork chops. I'll have to fry them. Never mind. I'll make them tomorrow, dear. I'll think of something. Hey, Marley. Cooking Corner and Wolf Like Family. Hi. Thank you. I love both my fans. What is Moringa? I've been seeing the name and I haven't heard what it is. It is a plant from India. And it's a supplement. And it's supposed to help. Okay, I have got the wrong glasses on for this. Where are my other eyes? I always hang my glasses. I'm sorry about the thing here, guys, but... Why is this in French? Moringa oleifera, powder of leaves, roots, and seeds. I don't know what it's supposed to do. But apparently, I don't know what it's supposed to do, but apparently it's supposed to help with pain. It's supposed to help with energy. It's supposed to help with your metabolism. I have 4 pairs of glasses for when I do live streams. Because we live in Quebec, much is in French. We are having chicken spaghetti bake with home canned green beans and home canned carrots. Hubby takes Epsom salts bath every night. Still got leg cramps and suggested potassium helped a lot. I bought burpee celery seeds to try this year. Oh, wonderful. Bev, are you having a good birthday so far? Well, I woke up at 8 o'clock. No, 7:30. And Howie took Briar to work for me. And then I made myself boiled eggs and toast. And I don't do it like I did when I was younger. You know, you cut the toast in fingers and dip it. I actually boil them almost completely hard. And then I just cut them up on a buttered piece of toast and with ketchup and salt and pepper. Just eat it like a hot dog, right? So I had my boiled eggs and toast and a cup of malty biscuit tea in bed while I talked to my son because I had my phone on Do Not Disturb and my son had called. So I called him back, my son Arthur and Mel. And then while I was talking to him, Patricia Furia called. So I had to decline the call, but when I finished with Arthur, I called Patricia. And then I got out of bed and it was noon. It was like noon. And then I got dressed and I did the draw and then I came here. That's my birthday so far. Oh, and I had a bite of my cheesecake because that's all I can eat is a bite. What's a super antioxidant? I vape anymore when Mrs. V hits her medicine. It's just flavoring, nothing else. Well, I know that my eye doctor is from India. And she said Moringa oleifera, the way they eat it in India is they eat the stems. Like they cook them. I don't know if they cook them with the leaves on or whatever. But the stems, you don't actually eat them. Has anybody ever eaten raw sugar cane? It's kind of like that. You just kind of chew it and get all the good and flavors and stuff out of it. And then you just throw the fibrous stick away afterwards. At least that's what my doctor told me. Thank you, Joyce. Thank you, Tony. I love you. Mwah. Take care. Thank you, Joyce. Bye, Tony. Moringa is a super antioxidant. Oh, okay. Okay. Do you have to be here to win the drawing? I don't want to miss it. It's over and done. I did it already. That's what I did before coming on live stream. And after this live stream, I'm going over to the reading channel and I'm going to get back on the horse with Little House Live. I think my nose is about... I feel like I got water. You know when you go in the swimming pool and you get water? That burning feeling? Excuse me. So what I did with the draw, and I'll do it differently next time, is because people's names were not necessarily the same name that they used on Patreon, I couldn't find them. And it was, so what I did was, everybody who said I'm a patron, I knew you were a patron, right? Because I recognize that you're a patron, but I don't know what your Patreon name is, right? Your regular name. And what I did is I made 3 comments on behalf of each patron who said I was a patron. I'm a patron. And the comments were your name. So if I won, it was actually the name in the comments that was the winner, right? But it didn't, nobody from Patreon won, I think. I don't know. Moringa is, right. I buy the leaf powder. Well, this is leaf, seed, and stem. And I thought it was root, too. Hang on. I got this from, I forget which organic wellness site I got. It's gluten-free, non-GMO, eco-certified. And it is seeds, stems, and leaves. I thought the root was put in here, but powder. Oh, I'm reading the wrong side. I can't read it. I got the wrong glasses on. Moringa helps to purify the water in Africa, and they also found medicinal uses. Thank you, Rosie. The draw video is releasing at 6 p.m. It's being released at 6 p.m. Well, that's good to know. My neighbor has a moringa tree. Really? And where do you, like, where do you live that you can grow moringa? Because I thought it was like a hot climate kind of thing. All right, Dallas. And as of the rest of this week, Dallas is being fired to minimum moderation and Facebook work, because her medications are getting rotated, and she's going to be a lot worse off pain-wise than she is right now. So I'm asking her to rest, and we will pray. I wanted to get a cup of seeds and was going to tell you to give the cookbook to someone else. Oh, I'm sorry, Edie. I'm not going to tell you whether you won or not. Phoenix. Oh, okay. Yeah. Because, yeah, you're in Arizona. You know, that you could grow moringa there. Hell, you could grow probably grapefruit. Well, you can. Because my neighbor had a grapefruit tree, the neighbor in our park. Yes, sis, will do so. Thank you, Dallas. It is better to have all the parts of the plant. I would imagine so. I would imagine so. They wouldn't add them all if they weren't. I mean, think about it. You're getting all parts of the plant. So sometimes that wouldn't be a good thing, right? Thank you, Joanne. Take care. All right. Enjoy. Hi, Trina Bromer. How's it going? Absolutely, Andrew. I agree. All right. So does Billy Buckland made a suggestion that every once in a while I ask, does anybody have any questions? And I mean, you can ask me anything you want, but bear in mind, if you're rude, crude, or nasty, I not only won't answer, you'll probably be timed out. But absolute, as long as it's, an earnest question, I'll answer just about anything. But you may not like my answer. It can grow in any climate. Really, Rosie? I had no idea. Hi, Billy. How are you, darling? Thank you. Your video is up. What video? What video, Yarn? You just got a notification of the giveaway draw? Let me have a look. It says, oh, I didn't save the scheduling. Oh, well. I forgot to hit save when I scheduled it for 6 p.m. Hang on a second. Let me just close it. All right. Restore chat. One of these days, things are going to get easier to do this. Pop out chat. Damn. No, don't wait until 6. You can go over and have a peek. But please, I mean, if everybody's going to get off here and just go over and look at it, then I'm going to be sitting here all by myself, right? Live chat. You do whatever you want. Shirley Murphy, happy birthday, Bev. May your year ahead be blessed with health, wealth, and joy. Thank you. Thank you. I'll settle for health and joy. I'm going to sneeze. I told you it felt like I had a bit of burning up in here. I won't go. I'm washing dishes and I want to listen right now. Okay. 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 All right. I can wait until we're finished here. It's good to have delayed gratification anyway. Thank you, Donna. Do you know why they say bless you when you sneeze? Does anybody know? I'm not here. Hi, Mama Cat. How are you, darling? Hi, Star. I haven't seen you for a while. Okay. So how long is your lockdown? I believe, isn't it until February 8th, dear? So far, it's until February 8th. If people continue to, I mean, seriously, I had Nan here at Christmas. And her daughter came up the day before Christmas Eve, picked her up, and took her back to Port Hope. Now, because we observed all the rules of bubbles and bubbles, right, we were fine, okay? Even though we could have gotten fined, but we were fine. Mom was here before the orange lockdown, right? Or before the orange went into red. And Karen was scheduled to come and get her. That's it. That's all, okay? But there were people having parties on New Year's Eve, you know, saying, right? And it didn't help that the way things are done, it's like you never know from one week to the next what the rules are going to be, right? So at 7 o'clock last night, excuse me, my phone went, and it said, everybody, be in your homes or on your own property by 8 p.m. Hey, Trina, how are you, darling? Just got to notice your draw. It played the giveaway. Yes, I accidentally forgot to save the scheduling thing. They used to think when you sneezed, it was demons escaping your body. Close. They used to think you were possessed because you can't control a sneeze. So when anything ever happens uncontrollably, they would say, bless you, just in case. Your heart stopped when you sneeze. Well, that's a new one. The draw just played. I know. It regulates your heartbeat for the pressure to drop, but your heart never stops getting neuro signals. Oh, there you go. Rid bad spirit. Hey, here's Johnny. How's it going, Carson? Mama Green, happy birthday, Bev. Thank you. Bev, for sneeze, one of the symptoms of the plague was coughing and sneezing, and it is believed that Pope Gregory suggested saying it after to protect them from otherwise certain death. Oh my God, really? Cam! Oh my, I'm so possessed. My allergies are so bad. I mean, but seriously, just think how far we've come, right? But remember, everything cycles. Everything cycles. So, oh yeah, and I watched the movie Breach last night. We got it on pay-per-view. Don't bother. It's just a whole bunch of other movies, scenarios and crap stuck together. Do you know what RuPaul's Drag is? You should check it out. I've watched RuPaul's Drag. Some of it. I'm not, it's not my thing, but I'm telling you something. I'd like to I'd like to drag, but I'd like to drag my own gender because it would give me an excuse to get all, gussied up. And I forget what that's called. I think it's called, um, I forget what it's called, but you can drag your own gender. And I'd like to do that. I'm not a makeup kind of person, but I think it would be fun to get my boobs all pushed up, big wig and lots of eyebrow and come out singing, That would be fun. Any advice on those who receive the seeds? When and how to plant? Well, Malka, they're all written on the back of the packets. And if they are not good for your climate, then maybe somebody on Facebook or like if somebody receives the seeds and there's stuff that they don't grow, don't let the seeds go to waste. Share them with somebody else, right? Bio Queen. Is that what it's called, Billy? Does dehydrated vinegar work for homemade salt and vinegar chips? I bet you it would, eh? I heard if you deep coughs, you get chest pain, it may stop a heart attack. Absolutely. If you get chest pain and you do a deep cough, it's kind of like doing compressions. Okay? There's also, did you ever see that show when Howie and I had our mobile home in Arizona? We would watch American TV, and we watched this show, 1,000 Ways to Die. And this one guy laughed himself to death because he could never get enough proper. He was always a funny guy, but it was actually a neurological disorder, right? He laughed about everything, but he told a joke one night. He couldn't stop laughing, and he gave himself a heart attack because when you're laughing really, really hard, you're not catching your breath properly, right? Used to have glamour places in the mall that would dress you up and take pics. No, I don't want to glam. I want to drag. Big old red lips and jewelry and high hair and eyebrows and big long eyelashes and a push-up bra and a corset pulling me in. And then I'll do, well, who I would drag would nobody would remember. Mae West. So no, your heart does not stop, Elizabeth, when you sneeze. Oh, what did Billy say that I missed? Bio Queen. Okay. Of course it would kill me. Well, I'm hoping to lose more weight, right? I mean, let's face it. I have been level with a 5-pound fluctuation during the summer to a 10-pound fluctuation during winter because I am a bear. My spirit totem is the wolf, but my spirit animal is the bear. That was recently revealed to me. And it's like, because I always feel like a bear in the wintertime, but my spirit totem is the wolf, right? Bev, going now. Stay safe again. Happy birthday. Thank you, Rena. Mwah. Take care. No, it doesn't stop your heart. I mean, if you kept sneezing over and 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 over, I'm sure it would disrupt something in your heart, just like laughing over and over and over again. Oh, well, there you go, Bella. I know Mae West. There you go. Come up and sing it sometime. I loved Mae West. Hey, Skippy Jones. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, sweet Skippy Jones. Happy birthday to you. Mwah! And many more. Did I get it right? Skippy, it's your birthday today too, eh? Yes. Okay, I got it. Thank you, darling. You have a wonderful birthday. Bev, how are you? I'm praying and thinking of you guys during lockdown and curfew. God bless you. I'm Alicia. Hi, honey. You know what? I'm okay. I really don't go anywhere to begin with. I'll be going to the post office on Friday and maybe even grocery shopping, but we'll see. Are you going to stand on top of an Air Force? Maybe. Maybe. Thank you, Bev. Thank you, everyone. Oh, absolutely. I hope you can lose some weight and feel better, live better, and stand better. Absolutely. But the real battle has been my entire life since puberty. I was a skinny kid. And then I hit puberty. And then, you know, there came a point where my body just stopped, right? Fibromyalgia. So I had gastric bypass surgery. Do I have a picture handy? Give me a second, folks. I may have a picture of what I looked like before the gastric bypass. I know I kept a picture. Oh, look at that. Do you know who that is? You know who that is? That's who my eldest son is named after. That's my Uncle Art. God rest his soul. He's buried in England. I never got to meet him. He was my dad's older brother, and my dad idolized him because his brother practically raised him. Okay, give me a second here. Oh, what the hell? Let's just pull out. Ah! Oh, no, I can't pull it all out because everything's stuck. Oh, my God. Howie, what did you do to this drawer? Oh, well, go down memory lane. Give me a second here. Let me just pull this out here. Can you see that? That's my mummy. It's my mummy. I have very few pictures of my mummy. That's me and my sister. Why is that? That's me and my sister Wendy years ago. That was for her second wedding. That's when I still had all my teeth. Oh, look! You didn't get to see the videos, but there is after when the new roof went on. That was the new roof. That was the new roof. Oh my goodness! Look, it's Peppy and Emma. That's Emma and Peppy, and they were soul sisters. Oh my goodness! And there's Emma and Penny tugging of war. I don't know why I'm doing this. I was looking for something. Oh, here's another car photo, Howie. All right. I'm trying to find. What did I just see here? Let me just grab a handful. Oh no, it's okay. You go ahead and look. Okay, let me just grab a handful instead of looking through here. Oh, that was the 2008 family reunion. Now, somewhere in here, I know there was a picture. Let me see. Now, these are all upside down. You know what? I can't even remember his name. This is me and one of my cousins. There's when Peppy was a puppy. Her... Arthur pissed everybody off by winning a quilt at the family reunion. Well, I guess I'm not going to find a picture. So, In the closest you get to God without being. Hi, Rose. How are you, darling? Any case, Bev, we love you the way you are, special lady. Oh, goodness. There's Briar on a moose. No, it wasn't a live moose. Oh, well. Anyway, if I find the picture, I will post it. Because the truth of the matter is, I had gastric bypass when I was 415 pounds. And right now, I'm 330. Okay? I lost like 150 pounds and then got ill. And when your body gets sick, like with ovaries or internal illness, and you've been losing weight really fast, it only makes sense for your body to go, oh no, you're sick. You can't lose any more weight because we don't know what's up the pipe, right? Question. Yes, Stephen. I'll bet you could pull off a good Mae West, Bev, or a Gracie Spotting. Marcus Moss, the man in the picture looked like Johnny Cash. You know what? My dad used to say his brother was his John Wayne. And there's another picture. I'll do some stories sometime. Like I'll do some photographs and I'll do some stories on my family. This man was my dad's older brother. He was named, his mother named him after her uncle. So the name kind of skips a generation. No, it doesn't skip a generation. She named him after her Uncle Arthur. And then when I had my son, I named him after my Uncle Arthur. So it's a long, old name. So I had gastric bypass and I dropped about 150 pounds and then I got sick. And I didn't know then I had fibromyalgia. And I was working. Everyone thought I was gaining weight because I worked in a bakery. No, I was on my feet. You know, I worked full time for, God, a year out of 18 months, almost. I worked full time at the bakery. And the train, every time the train came in. But this is the first time these last 2 years that I have stayed with only the normal fluctuation in weight. I have stayed the same weight for 2 years now. So you know what that tells me? That my body is ready to get healthier now, right? That not just get healthier, but that my body's ready to start listening when I want to lose weight. Yeah, absolutely. But I had mine in 2005. Still is and always will be a battle. Fibromyalgia for me too. I was 405 pounds, got down to 220, but has a regain too. Absolutely. Right? Your body just figures out how to restore fat, especially if you have any health issues, because fat is your defense against, winter, starvation, anything like that. I said out loud, Johnny Cash. I can see the resemblance in Arthur to your son. Oh, yeah. I named him well. And when my dad saw Arthur for the first time, he said, look at that glorious hairline. Because Arthur didn't, I wanted so much to give him a curl on top of his head. He was bald. And his hairline started here and then came in this way. And now it's going back out the same way. Glad I've only gained back 10 pounds. Well, he was a very handsome man. Oh, okay. Thank you, Stephen. I had gastric bypass and my body went into starvation mode and every calorie stays on as pounds. I'm diabetic. So, I mean, if anybody's ever considering gastric bypass surgery, please, please, please email me. Talk to me first. It's not, I had a friend ask me, okay, God rest her soul, she's dead now, my friend Patsy, and she said, you had it done, what did you do? And I said, well, for starters, I was in a 12-step program for 7 years before I got my gastric bypass, so I had tools for giving up my best friend, which was food. I had tools to help me with that battle. But if you don't have tools or some kind of support system, it's not easy and it can be even dangerous, all right? Hey, Joe Sereno, and you missed me brushing my hair. How are you, darling? I ate all veggies with 2 pieces of jerky, and oh my God, the IBS was uncomfortable. Oh, I bet. Hi, Tammy Eaker. How are you, darling? Aaron Hunt. Do your research and check into your bariatric surgeon before undergoing the procedure. Yeah, the bariatric surgeon I had was in Montreal. Do you remember his name, dear? My gastric bypass doctor. Christou, Dr. Christou. And at the time, this is 16 years ago, he was the leading bariatric surgeon in the world. Doctors were flying in from all over the world because he didn't believe in the two surgery step method. He took your stomach down to the size of a thumb. I couldn't even eat a third of a yogurt, days afterwards, right? So, okay, Cooking Corner. So true, Bev. Support is mandatory, as is research. You also have to go through psychiatric evaluation. I had to go through a lot, and I waited years. 2 years? No. It was closer to 4 or 5. No. I had it done in 2005. Yeah, it was like 3 years before I had it done. I waited for that surgery. And I said, that long? And he said, yeah, unless you want to pay $10,000. You can have it, we'll book you. And that's what I don't like about the 2-tier health system. Because people who can afford it bump people who can't lower down the line for elective surgeries. Was he not the inventor of... No, not the duodenal switch. No, nor by. No, he wasn't the duodenal switch. It's a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. So what they did was... I'm going to draw you a diagram. How about that? Let's draw you a diagram. Let's get you looking at what I'm talking about here. Yes, my desk is a mess. All right, look down here. Okay. Can you see that okay? This is your stomach. Okay, and then it goes back down into the small intestine, right? Can you all see that? This is your stomach. This is where the food goes in, and this is where the chewed up and well, it's not even fully digested. Okay, it goes... Anyway, so what the doctor did is he cut this off here. All right? And then he cut... Now, what did he do with this? No, he didn't cut it off there. This gets cut and stapled down to the size of your thumb. And this gets cut and bypassed. This now looks like this. You got a piece of stomach like this. And then at the bottom, this now gets taken, this part gets taken and rerouted around where it was cut off. So we have the original tube coming down here, but now this is the stomach that is useless over here, and it is all stapled and closed off, and it sits over here, and the new stomach gets reattached below this point to the intestine. Can you see that? So this was my stomach before, and they cut it off here, and they stapled this, and this tube just kind of goes over here, and the next tube at the bottom of where your original stomach is reroutes and goes back down to the intestine. That is a Roux-en-Y gastric bypass. Did I do my research? Absolutely, because I asked him about a duodenal switch. Any tips on quitting sugar? That's my battle right now. Start by taking out, you know what? Make one change. Okay, this is my mantra. Make one change. Don't make a drastic change. Don't just cut out sugar, right? If you're on it and you're addicted to it, and it is an addiction thing, all right? So make one change. Go from whatever sugar you're on to the next better sugar below, like honey or maple or real maple syrup, okay? Or organic sugar, okay? I went from white sugar to organic sugar. And I still use organic sugar, but only in baking and stuff. I don't put it in my tea or anything like that. Okay, start learning how to enjoy the flavor of honey and maple syrup. They are lower on the glycemic index than processed sugar. The less processed the sugar is, the better it is for your body. Okay, so then when you get used to the honey and the maple syrup, start cutting them down. And if you want to get to occasionally and start upping your fruit, eat more fruit like bananas and apples and oranges, because you're giving yourself the sugar your body wants, but it's also helping you get over the craving with something more natural. All right. And then from there on, you have a whole host of choices when you want a sweet, but you haven't gone from white sugar to a piece of fruit overnight. And because what you do when you just cut something off and replace it with something else, you're going to go, it's not the same. And you're going to get resentful. And emotions destroy intelligence. So you're better to step down, right? Give yourself a timeline, right? And that's how I do things. I make one change at a time, right? The big change is going to become gluten. I'm not sure if I'm ever going to make it, but I'm working on it. Did I answer that, Angel? Okay. Hi, Furby. Thank you, darling. I know I now use agave syrup is better for my diabetes. Be careful of the agave syrup you buy, because sometimes it has been, and be careful with your honey. If you really can afford it, get Manuka honey. That stuff is so good for you, right? But I mean, you be careful when you step down your products. Make sure they're real products, organic if you can do it, right? What did you say, Stephen? One of you beautiful ladies needs to send me a care package with some of your wonderful baked goods. Stephen, I've seen you bake. Just saying, you bake your own. Don't try and twang the heartstrings of every woman in here into sending you an avalanche of cookies. Okay? Have to go, but I will be listening. Happy birthday again, Bev. Be blessed all. Thank you, Rhonda. Mwah. Take care. God bless. I just finished making a ton of fruitcakes. The recipe was fabulous. Oh, what recipe did you use, William? Now, how do you say your name? Mukaizu? Mukaizu? Well, but Stephen, I've adopted him. He's my little brother. Just like John's my little brother, only, the pun is intended. Yes, you got it right. Mukaizu. Okay, great. It sounds very Japanese. So what recipe did you use, William? Simple's recipe. Well, see, that's what I did. It was honey, flour, eggs, butter, and just raisins, dehydrated cranberries, black currants, prunes. I'm still eating it. Oh, it's so good. You know what? I haven't eaten today. Pecans, sliced almonds. It was delicious. It was delicious. What are you laughing at? Twanging heartstrings. Yeah, don't you let Steven flirt with you. He's got a partner he doesn't often tell people about, I think. I think there's somebody in his love life that Steven doesn't tell us about. So don't let him do that to you. Don't let him manipulate your heartstrings. He's still laughing. 5.5 cup of pecans. What honey did you say to use? It's really expensive. You can get a little jar like this at Costco. It's $45. It's called Manuka honey. Manuka. Manuka, I believe. Check it out. I'm going to do more research on it. I could use a good fruitcake recipe. I'm the only one that likes it. Well, I got to show you mine. All right, I'll be right back. And then we're going to... Oh! I got to put this drawer back, too. Oh, excuse me. I need a piece of fruitcake. I would eat the fruitcake over the... Huh? Nothing. No crazy, it's got raisins. Huh?
On a little deer between the fence.
Oh, okay. All right. You remember my rustic fruitcake? This is my rustic fruitcake. Remember that great big long loaf I made? I sent some to work with Howie. But the rest was mine. There's only that much left. I eat a piece of this every day. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, Furby. What is your opinion of stevia as a replacement for sugar? If you're using it, say, in tea and coffee and stuff, get it from a health food store.
Don't bake with it.
Don't bake with it. We bought it from the health food store, and you literally would put enough to cover the tip of this. Oh, Gracie, fine. You would enough to cover the tip of this was all you would put in your tea or coffee. And I made a Valentine's Day cake when Howie was first diagnosed with diabetes, and I put a heaping teaspoon in the cake. Oh, it was disgusting. It was the... So, yeah, but I wouldn't use it as a replacement for baking and stuff. I don't use processed... We don't use processed artificial sweeteners. We don't. Stevia is about the closest thing we would get. It's better just to do without, right? Excuse me. I lost 63 pounds in 18 months just cutting out soda, potatoes, rice, and no bread after 11 a.m. Really? I don't drink pop. I'm not fond of, well, yeah, potatoes and rice we do eat, but I don't eat more than like 3 slices of bread in a day. And when I do, it's like 14 grain bread, but I'll take that under advisement. Hey, Jaton, how are you, darling? Thank you. Hey, Terry Welsh, thank you. Always buy local honey, claims of allergy benefits. Well, that's true. Because if you buy honey, and I still have some from 2012 in my fridge. I have 1 jar left. The closer you buy your honey, like I'll be going to the farmer's market in Wakefield this fall and buying up some honey. because who's our local honey gurus, dear? They're a Dutch name or something. But there's a couple of families that do local honey, and it's worth the money. Why? Because all of the pollen that they collect is in your area, and it does help with your allergies to those flowers if you have them, right? It's more beneficial because it's your locale, right? Absolutely, Aaron. Rice doesn't jack blood sugar no matter what type. I beg to differ. If Jack's Howie's. Monk fruit sweetener is all natural and can be swapped out to 1-for-1 regular sugar. Really? MSG too, yeah. Hey, Kelstorm. Pam. What is your favorite comfort food to cook? Macaroni and tomatoes. In a heartbeat. That's all I'm. When I was a kid, and it's a family thing. Like how he laughs because he said, "You bloody," well, he calls me by my mother's maiden name, but he says the same thing my father used to say. Because I have no family on my father's side. All of my family comes from my mother's side of the family because my dad, his older brother, died in World War II, and that was it, right? And they hung together. They grew up together. What was the question? Macaroni and tomatoes. And let's just say my mother's maiden name was Fly Away, okay? But I made soup. Like when Arthur was 11 days old, I moved home and lived with my dad till he was 7 months old. Till I got on my feet and out and stuff. And I remember making a pot of homemade soup and I put in a can of tomatoes. What did I say? You flyaways in your gosh darn tomatoes. Right? So whenever I make soup and I add tomatoes, Howie says the same thing. He's like my dad. He's not fond. Like he likes it on a sandwich and occasionally like in a sauce or something, but not the way I could eat. I eat almost every day. I eat tomatoes. I use bee propolis for my toothaches. It's amazing. Well, I'm going to get pure cane sugar only. I get my organic cane sugar from Costco. And I still have 2 bags of it because I didn't really do any baking much this year. Take care, Helen. Mwah. Hey, Pam. White rice absolutely spikes blood sugar. Absolutely. It does Howie's. So, but when I was a kid, it was one of those things that was hot and filling and tasty. And my mother would make it for us for lunch on cold days sometimes. And I'll never forget. And anybody from Toronto, old Toronto is going to, the old industrial district of Leslieville, Toronto is going to remember this when I say, we used to come home from school, Bruce School on Larchmont Avenue off of Queen, come down Queen Street and cut through the back of Globe Envelopes factory. And there was an alleyway that ran along the back of our streets. And I can remember one day, I'll never forget it. It's a memory that's cemented into my head going, Bob and I going, and we're only halfway home and we're going, oh, I think Mom's making macaroni and tomatoes. I can smell it. Can you smell it? I'm drooling just thinking about it because a lot of times my mom's tomatoes were home canned. And sure enough, that day we got home and Mom, it was cold. And Mom had a big bowl of, it was more pasta than tomato, right? But it was pasta and butter and tomatoes, and it was like a comfort food. So it's like when anyone dies in our family or anything like that, it's like out of my siblings, we're all like macaroni and tomatoes and we're face down into a bowl of it. You know what I mean? That's the comfort food. The only nutritional rice that won't spike blood sugar is wild rice. And brown is okay. I like rice. I like rice if it's cooked right. I fry bacon, add tomatoes and pasta shells. Ooh. What about Splenda? Any artificial sweetener, especially if you're diabetic, is going to wreak havoc on your system. Do you know why? Because it tricks your body into thinking it's getting sugar without the side effects. And then if you decide to have a treat with real sugar in it, your body goes, what the hell was that? And it's like, it spikes it even harder. Okay? You either do all artificial sweeteners and God rest your soul on the chemicals that it's going to do to your body, or you do natural sugars and you balance them properly as best you can. Don't do both, ever. Oh, and okra. Somebody gave me okra seeds. I'm going to try and grow some this year. I love wild rice topped with sauteed onions and mushrooms. Another tomato dish we like, we used to call it, we used to just call it manja, which was stewed tomatoes and then cooked stewed tomatoes and onions, tomatoes stewed with onions, and then chunked up fried sausages thrown in to the tomatoes and onions, and then poured over rice. Can you tell I'm hungry? Is stevia plant-based? Yes. But the problem is when you get white stevia powder, it's actually been processed. Stevia, dried stevia leaf, you can brew that in your tea, with your tea, and then strain it out, and it's much better for you. Hi, baby. Gracie's birthday's on Valentine's Day. And we're really hoping that we can do our group birthday this year, because we did it last year, end of February, beginning of March. Because, are you coming up or not? Are you coming up or not? Jeez. Talk about suspense. Your mommy baby. Little R. Go. Yeah, she doesn't hang around much when Daddy's home. She likes to get her fill. Oh, I'm hot now. I'm having a hot flash. See, that's the sugar. Even other sweeteners, but they pack. Calories isn't what it's all about. Okay? Let's go back. 45 years? My father had a massive heart attack. Dropped dead. Standing in the emergency room. Took them 25 minutes to completely get him back. Now bugger off, Gracie. Look. There. Go. Took them 25 minutes to get him back. Now, what I'm about to tell you is my grandfather, my dad's father, was in World War I. Lost his legs over time to lack of circulation and bad old war wounds. And he died at 77 years old. And back then, he was in the Sunnybrook Hospital in Toronto, the Veterans Hospital, permanently, because he had no legs when he passed away. But he still smoked every single day. They let them smoke back then. This was 45 years ago. And I remember my dad taking my brother Bob and I up to visit Granddad. And Granddad smoking. And Dad saying, how you doing? What's going on? Are they treating you nice? And Granddad says, you talk, I'll smoke. I only got so much breath left. Now, my father was 73 when he died, and he did everything right. He did everything the doctors told him. Okay? He switched from butter to corn oil margarine. Switched from lard to shortening. When he was pronounced diabetic, he switched to sweetener. And my father, with all of today's medicines and all those things, he still died at the age of 73. Had quit smoking for years. Hadn't smoked in years. You did everything the doctor said, but he was still 4 years younger than his own dad when he died. What does that tell you? Things change. Artificial sweeteners are not healthy for you. Diet pop is not healthy for you. Soda is not healthy for you, right? Okay, sweetheart, take care. And we've been on here for an hour and a half, so I have to get off. If you drink drinks that are sugar-free, you can get aspartame poisoning. Oh, not to mention the fact that all those chemicals half the time are in an aluminum can or a plastic bottle. Ugh. I actually I've had 2 bottles of Coke over the holidays, and I still have, I think, 6 left. The little mini, but they're in glass, and they're only for special occasions because I don't drink pop. Because of my gastric bypass, it takes me a long time, so I have to pour it over ice and let the fizz die a bit, you know? Thank you for a wonderful time today. Well, thank you. Thank you for joining us here. All right. Stevia is a soda that has stevia in it. Had a couple of times. Yuck. You know what I'd like to try? Is a Mexican Coca-Cola, because apparently they use real raw cane sugar. Like, you know, and it's really delicious. Apparently it makes a big difference. Oh, yeah, and it will give you migraines. Okay? If you're prone to them. So thank you, Kara Roby. None of them are healthful, but better than dying from overweight from real sugar. No. No. No, that's not better. It's not better. Okay? It's not better. I would rather be stable at the weight I am and stay away from artificial sweeteners than go take artificial sweeteners back. I'm pretty sure I'd be on diabetes meds within months. I'm not kidding, right? I made the choice. I would rather have sugar, and I don't use a lot of sugar. Okay? Ask my husband, could I eat my cheesecake? No, I couldn't eat my cheesecake. Why? Because it was too sweet. I'm not a sweet person. I don't like a lot of sweets. We get Mexican Cokes here in Arkansas. I would love a Mexican Coke in a glass bottle. So the next time I go to the States, I'm going to ask. Small amounts of real sugar is beneficial. Everything in moderation. Thank you, Kel. But don't mix the two. Views on beet sugar? Beets, sugar beets are, I actually have sugar beet seeds. I don't know how old they are, or they were the last organic, the last time you could get sugar beet seeds that were able to be labeled organic, because they've been so contaminated with genetically modified sugar beets that there is no way of ever getting back to organic sugar beets. Unless somebody comes up with some seeds that were hidden in a vault from 100 years ago and brings them out and starts rebooting them, you know? Your wish is my command. They are a special treat for me. That's why I get the little 6-packs of glass bottles of Coke for Christmas. And last year I couldn't get any, so this year when I saw them, I grabbed 2. So I still have a full 6-pack and I think 1 left. I have a Spudio tumor cerebri, and artificial sugar aggravates the tumor. It's a chemical, guys. I can shut my window now. I'm cooled down. Our bodies are not meant. They're not designed to break down chemicals. Does anybody know what Morgellons disease is? Morgellons disease is your body trying to push out all the foreign material that we eat, breathe, drink in our water, chemtrails, whatever the hell you want. Because when you put so many artificial chemicals into your body, what happens? Those chemicals can react against each other and make things like plastic and stuff. And your body is not designed to absorb artificial chemicals, man-made chemicals. So it tries to push them out. We'll get tumors and hairs and lumps and all kinds of crap. Not what I read on gossip books. Well, I mean, you know, your hard science, CFF, is sometimes science can be very, very confusing for a lot of people. I prefer the science of Occam's razor. And 9 times out of 10, it proves true. Well, okay, for me it does when I use Occam's razor. What is Occam's razor? Occam's razor is the theory that all things being equal, the simplest explanation or the simplest answer, cutting through all the bullshit, usually the simplest answer is the correct one. Instant headache. Oh yeah, migraines. They give me migraines. So anyway, it's been over an hour and a half. We got to go. All right. Now it's time for our spiritual closing. I am going to address my higher power as I want to address my higher power. Okay? Do not, I have been really careful about how I word my approach to my higher power. And I think you guys have all figured out that just because we have all different belief systems or ideas about how things go in the afterlife or on this planet or with the spiritual realm, everybody has their own opinion that they're entitled to, their own belief that they're in. Nobody's allowed to tell you what to think, what to feel, and how to express yourself. So what I do is not going to be the same on how you do it. So please, if you feel comfortable joining in with our spiritual blessing, you put your faith in where it fits. Just so long as you add your positive energy to it, right? Okay, here we go. Hey, Penn Smith. You want. Love how you respect others. Thank you, Erin. Gotta run. Daughter is ready to go out for her birthday dinner. Wish her a happy birthday for me, Julie. Tell her she's in good company. All right, let's take a nice deep breath. Now, I like to inhale as deep as I can, hold for the count of 4 Mississippis, and then exhale. The longer you take to exhale, the actual more cleansing it is. Okay, but I like to minimum 7 seconds. All right. Hey, Spirit, Mother of all mothers from which my spark comes. Thank you for joining us here today. And thank you, Spirit, for all the wonderful love and energy that has come my way. It has buoyed me up beyond all the crisis emotions I was feeling yesterday. We're all here, Spirit. We're all here. And we know that we have in our makeup the ability to help ourselves heal or face any illness or negativity that comes our way. The world can be a very angry and dark place right now. And it is a global crisis, Spirit. So I want to help add my energy to heal people who are alone, hurt. I don't want to heal. I want to help you heal, Spirit. I want to add my energy to that. People who are alone, sick, isolated, afraid, addicted, neglected, rejected by their families. It doesn't matter, right, Spirit? We want to cover them in love, because love is always the answer in its purest form. But Spirit, we want to press that energy. We want to link hearts and link hands. And like Care Bears, we want to beam our love all together so that it spreads and pushes back at the darkness that threatens our world today. So as we link hearts and as we link hands, Spirit, let us be messengers of your love. Let us be vessels of peace and examples of patience and tolerance. And Spirit, please help us to pause before we open our mouth when negativity is in the air around us. Look after my family. All of them, Spirit. They mean the world to me, literally. Amen. Namaste. Peace be with you. Merry meet. Shalom. Blessed be. Whatever your salutation or greeting is to your higher power, always know that when you speak it, you are heard. Take care. God bless. All things being equal and normal, we'll see you tomorrow. Don't know what time. I remember this is my vacation month. And stay tuned. In about a half an hour for the reading channel, I'm going to get back with Little House Live and Farmer Boy. All right. Take care. God bless. And thank you for spending part of my birthday with me. It really was wonderful. I love you guys. Don't ever forget that.